Good evening from Uindy TV News. I'm Vanessa Sanchez.
And I'm Allison Cook.
Uindy TV News starts now.
Uindy supporters across the country came together last Thursday to celebrate the 10th annual Uindy Day. Vice President of Advancement Philip Thornton said he's so incredibly thankful to the alumni, faculty, staff, parents, and friends who gave in support of their favorite programs on campus. He said what he loves most about Uindy Day is that it's a time for us to come together to celebrate everything great about being a Greyhound. In total, 1,758 donors gave a record-breaking $44,570 across 81 programs.
Greyhounds gathered at Bill Bright Field on Friday in support of Dawson Gabe, a senior pitcher battling cancer. Addison Mosley and Andile Becker have the story.
We are gathered here at Bill Bright Stadium at the University of Indianapolis for the Chaos for Cancer. This initiative supports senior Dawson Gabe, who was recently diagnosed with testicular cancer.
Man, I can't put into words, how to describe him. He's one of the nicest, most genuine human beings I've ever met in my entire life. Not only that, he's a great pitcher. He's been a success on the field. He's a success in the classroom. He's a team leader. You just cannot say enough about this kid. He's just a fantastic human being.
I mean, Dawson's one of the best around. He's a one of one. Dawson is one of the most nice and well-spoken individuals on our team. All he wants to do is help and bring up other guys around him.
Ever since his situation has come upon us, it's been bigger than baseball. It's been bigger between what's between the lines out here, and we're playing for him. And obviously, we want to get to Cary and go back to the World Series, but we're playing for him and we're playing for Teton.
So Dawson has been dealing with this since back in the fall. Everything looked good, and subsequent screenings were clear, and then just kind of out of nowhere, right before our season started in February, routine checkup, and it came back. And so unfortunately that's why we're here today. He's fighting for his life, and we're behind him. We just want to support him however we can.
Not only are we supporting the players on the field, but we're also here to support one of our players, Dawson Gabe, senior pitcher, who has had his season come to an end because of his battle with cancer.
You never want anything like this to happen to somebody. When it does, it tends to bring people together, and I think that's why we're here today, to show support for him and do whatever we can.
I'm feeling really good. It's been a challenge, these last couple of weeks, but I feel better every single day, and I'm just happy to keep moving forward. My teammates are my best friends. I can really come to them with anything that I need, and they can come to anything that they need from me. So it's really just one of those things to where never really made me feel like I had cancer. They always made me feel like a normal guy. So just having a bunch of cool guys around me that made me feel normal, it helped me keep my head on straight. Yeah, I just want to keep recovering right now. My plans, I plan to graduate soon, so I want to thank you. I want to get a job soon, and just keep moving forward with my life and keep building on my friendships.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a beautiful day watching everyone come out to support Dawson. We hope he makes a full recovery. I'm Addison Mosley reporting for Uindy TV.
After a marathon session lasted until the early morning hours, the Indiana Senate passed Senate Bill 1 this Monday. The controversial property tax relief bill, which was passed 27 to 22, had faced hard criticism from educators and community members across the state. The bill will reduce the amount of property tax revenue that goes towards public schools and will also require traditional public schools to share some local money with certain charter schools. Many heads of the Republican Party believe these cuts will allow them to cut homeowner costs and be a, quote, overall win for Hoosiers.
The Indiana House passed a Senate Bill 52 to 70 that would empower law enforcement to arrest the homeless. They would be charged with a C misdemeanor if they were found sleeping or camping on public property and then refusing shelter resources and services. Representative Andrew Ireland said his amendment is intended to help those without shelter, not jail them.
The Indiana State Teachers Association led a rally at the State House where Hoosiers protested legislation that would affect public school funding. This would reduce tax dollar funding to public schools by $744 million over the next 3 years. Some districts, Indianapolis Public Schools and Pike Township, went to asynchronous learning because their teachers attended the rally. A teacher from Pike said, quote, "We would much rather be in our classrooms, but this is more important."
Tonight at 7, a special documentary will be screened here on campus that was produced by our very own co-executive producer, Andile Becker. Beyond the Blocks follows the journey of elite swimmer Cedric Busing, outlining the hardships and joys of what it takes to be a high-performing athlete. Becker has been working on this project for his honors course for nearly a year, and the event is eligible for LP credit. We hope to see you in Trustees Dining Hall this evening. And while we are finally experiencing some spring weather, Jace, can we expect it to stay?
Yeah, a little bit cool outside right now as we head into sunset. I would recommend getting outside and enjoying it while you can, because we do have some rain in the forecast. We'll get to that in a little bit. But as the clouds fill in overnight, things will get a little bit warmer, 53 degrees as we head into 9 p.m. But like I said, pretty nice outside, so get out, enjoy that while you can. We'll get into those rain chances, some severe weather chances on Friday as well. We'll get into that in a little bit time. But first, some more news.
Good morning, Greyhounds.
Your weekly dose of Greyhound entertainment.
I think if you watch our team, they have fun. You know, they have fun playing.
There's so much that you can do to get the most out of your experience.
Our alumni care deeply about the success of this university.
Come here. Watch Good Morning Greyhounds every Saturday at 9 a.m. Catch us on Uindy TV's YouTube channel and Xfinity channel 1096.
Carrie Rivers, mother of a child who attends Valley Mill Elementary, has been charged with felony intimidation and misdemeanor harassment. She allegedly made threats toward a teacher after learning that a lesson involving LGBTQ+ themes was given in class. Rivers reportedly sent a series of threatening messages to the teacher and then brought a firearm onto school property. Decatur Township came out with a statement explaining their support for diversity and condemned any form of intimidation or harassment. Rivers is currently awaiting trial. If convicted, she could face jail time.
A 12-year-old girl is facing felony charges in Marion County after reportedly cutting a student with a razor blade in class. Last Thursday at Southport's 6th grade academy, a female juvenile student cut a classmate on his wrist and forearm. The cut required stitches. The boy's mother said the girl brought the razor blade to school to cut another child's dreadlocks, which was disputed by the school district later. The girl has been charged with criminal recklessness and possession of a knife on school property, resulting in bodily injury.
A Frankfort high school teacher is facing serious charges after an alleged inappropriate relationship with a student. 27-year-old Drew Ackridge was arrested in Lafayette, charged with sending harmful material to a minor and attempting to possess child pornography. Police say a student came forward after a cyber awareness presentation on April 4th, telling a teacher about the relationship. Investigators say Ackridge communicated through text and Snapchat, and he allegedly shared an inappropriate video with the student. He is now on administrative leave, and the school board is moving to terminate his contract. However, the criminal case remains under investigation.
What started as a simple traffic violation turned into a deadly crash. 1 dead and 3 others injured after a police chase ended in a violent crash Monday night on Indy's east side. The pursuit began in Henry County and ended around 9:42 p.m. when a maroon Dodge Durang slammed into 2 cars at Washington Street and Mid-Ophir Road. The SUV flipped multiple times, injecting and killing 33-year-old DeJuan Hampton. Police found several guns at the scene and say 2 people remain hospitalized. Indiana State Police are still investigating.
44-year-old William Thornton Wood was charged with criminal mischief after police say he painted a swastika on a Tesla. The Tesla was parked outside of a Shake Shack downtown. The owner of the vehicle was inside the restaurant for only 30 seconds. The owner said he saw Wood standing near his vehicle and chased him northbound on North Delaware Street. He explained to police that he had never seen or met Wood before.
Western Governors University has just unveiled its state-of-the-art clinical learning and simulation center in Indianapolis. With the ongoing nursing shortage, the Indiana Hospital Association shows Indiana will need over 5,000 nurses by 2031. Leaders at the university hope to address that as they will be looking to train more than 1,000 nurses in Indiana and surrounding states by 2028. Indianapolis was an easy choice for the university to build a center as they plan to cater to all students across the Midwest.
A lucky winner has just won a $50,000 prize. The Hoosier Lottery confirmed the winning ticket for Saturday's drawing was sold at a Murphy USA gas station in Martinsville. The ticket matched 4 out of the 5 numbers, plus the Powerball in the April 12th drawing. The winning numbers were 16, 22, 44, 45, 53, with the Powerball being 19.
Jace, I have some plans this weekend and I'm hoping to have nice weather for them. Please give me some good news.
Unfortunately, I cannot give you that good news. Rain is expected throughout most of the weekend, beginning as early as tomorrow. High of 63, a warm front will push through late overnight, bringing some rain chances, about a 30% chance of some rain showers overnight Thursday. Friday is the day to keep your eye on. Currently, a slight risk for severe weather as a mid-latitude cyclone, a low-pressure front is going to push through that cold front on Friday afternoon to evening. Around after 8 p.m. is where the best chances are for some severe storms. Damaging winds and large hail are the biggest threats on Friday. Saturday will be more of an all-day kind of rain, not really any mini storms, but a rumble of thunder or two is possible throughout the entirety of the day. So for those of you going to spring ball, take an umbrella, take a poncho, take anything to stay dry. And on Sunday, those chances will continue as the rain keeps on falling. In central Indiana, the next nice day to expect will be next Tuesday, where the sun finally pops back out. Back to you guys for some national news after this.
Good morning, Greyhounds.
Your weekly dose of Greyhound entertainment.
I think if you watch our team, they have fun. You know, they have fun playing.
There's so much that you can do to get the most out of your
Our
experience.
alumni care deeply about the success of this university.
Come here. Watch Good Morning Greyhounds every Saturday at 9 a.m. Catch us on Uindy TV's YouTube channel and Xfinity channel 1096.
A deadly helicopter crash in the Hudson River has killed 6 people, including a family from Spain and a pilot. The chopper, which was on a popular tour, crashed suddenly last Thursday, right in the middle of what was meant to be a fun day out. The FAA has grounded the tour company, and investigators are now piecing together what went wrong. The helicopter did not have any flight records, so it could take time to determine the cause. It's a deadly reminder of what the risks of city tours and safety concerns regarding aircraft are once again in the spotlight.
The Trump administration and the president of El Salvador have confirmed they have no intention of returning a Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to an El Salvador prison. Kilmar Armando Garcia is seeking to come back home. When reporters asked if he would be returned, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele said, quote, "not going to do it." This comes after the Justice Department attorneys insisted that the government is not required to work with the El Salvador government. There is no requirement to help with Garcia's return.
The Chinese government has told the country's domestic airlines to stop accepting deliveries from Boeing planes. This comes after China boosted its retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods to 155%. This matches the levels of tariffs that Trump has placed on Chinese imports. Boeing has declined to comment on the situation.
The Trump administration has drafted a memo to Congress outlining its intent to end nearly all federal funding for public media. This includes NPR and PBS. The White House came out with a statement saying that NPR and PBS are spreading, quote, radical and woke propaganda disguised as news. PBS CEO and President Paula Kerger explains that the partnership they have with Congress helps prepare millions of children for success in school and in life. The memo is planned to be sent to Congress on April 28th. The House and Senate will have 45 days to either approve or deny it.
Social Security Administration changes sparks fear for millions. Renee Marsh has the story.
President Donald Trump has repeatedly said he will not touch Social Security benefits, but he and Elon Musk often and without evidence claim fraud is rampant in the system.
Government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old.
Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
Trump's Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has even suggested it wouldn't be a big deal for Americans to miss a monthly Social Security payment.
My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain. She just wouldn't. She'd think something got messed up, and she'll get it next month. A fraudster always makes the loudest noise.
Meanwhile, the agency that pays retirement and disability benefits to more than 70 million Americans is undergoing a massive reorganization that is sparking fears the system could collapse. Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency plans to slash roughly 7,000 from the agency's workforce at a time when staffing is at historic lows. Aging computer systems are plagued with outages, and new anti-fraud measures are causing widespread confusion.
This Musk and Trump plan is what I call slash and crash. It would really destroy the services that families like mine rely on. Our entire existence is on the line.
Social Security is a major source of income for elderly Americans. For more than a third of people over 65, it accounts for more than half of their income.
Hands off Social Security!
The administration has moved to cut off benefits for some by listing thousands of immigrants as dead in a Social Security database, even though they're still alive. The White House insisting they're on a terror watch list or have criminal records. And DOJ is also pushing against court orders for sensitive personal data held by the agency, including employment, pay history, and home addresses, in hopes of using it to help the president's immigration enforcement agenda.
A mortuary in Houston, Texas is now closed after bodies were found laying out in the open with no AC. Maya Shea shares more information regarding the situation.
Bodies everywhere. No AC.
The videos taken by Tamara Magruder and her brother Devin at Richardson Mortuary were shocking. Bodies laying out in the open in an unair-conditioned room, including their beloved family member.
I opened up the casket, and she had gnats in her face. She was already sweating.
When I talked to Magruder on Friday, her brother Devin was already in the hospital after a confrontation with a funeral home worker that left him with a stab wound to the stomach. Today, he's still being treated while the Richardson Mortuary is shuttered. State investigators sent a scathing letter to the mortuary's owner, stating it failed to meet building, health, and safety codes, engaged in fraudulent, unprofessional, or deceptive conduct, likely to have deceived, defrauded, or otherwise injured the public. The state is demanding that the business comply with all Texas laws, pass a state inspection, and document all of its clients in the past year, all within 14 days. Or face fines of $5,000 a day. We tried contacting Mike Richardson, the mortuary's owner, at his listed home address, but nobody answered. Friends tell ABC 13 he's had health problems and is hiring an attorney. For now, the funeral home is closed with no word on whether it will reopen.
Katy Perry and 5 other women, including film producer Carrie Ann Flynn and former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowe, embarked on an 11-minute trip to space. The New Shepard rocket took off from West Texas, traveling 62 miles above Earth. The group, along with Blue Origin, has received a lot of criticism regarding the flight, mainly concerning the price. The all-female flight group explains that though they have faced criticism, they've gotten positive responses from young women. After landing back on Earth, Katy Perry explained that she felt connected to the Earth and connected to love.
Man, what do you think about that?
I don't know. I find it interesting that she said that she felt connected to the Earth and to love after she got off. I saw a little bit about it on TikTok, and people were saying that she's kind of like out of touch. I don't know how I feel about it. I think that was kind of a weird comment, but I love her music.
I saw she apparently sang What a Wonderful World on the trip, and I just think that's really funny.
That would be me. Katy Perry, if you're watching this, send me out.
Send me out. All right, well, thank you for turning in to Uindy TV News,
the station where you find out the most important information locally and nationally.
Be sure to check out all other Uindy TV productions on Xfinity Channel 1096 and on YouTube at Uindy-TV.
As always, have a good night and be safe, Indy.